Godzilla and Titan X finally clash. After discovering that Titan X had made its way to Australia, Shaw rushed over with the Suzuki device. When he saw Titan X's massive body churning along the shoreline and the scarab-like creatures seemingly building a nest, the behavior struck him as highly abnormal. At the same time, the US military was closely monitoring Titan X, and to prevent the monster from harming civilians, the Department of Defense prepared to eliminate it with a nuclear strike. Just then, Keiko and Kate arrived at Outpost 18. They now had to rely on Monarch to stop Shaw. His plan was to use the Suzuki device to lure Godzilla out and have him kill Titan X. But if anything went wrong, the consequences would be catastrophic for humanity. At this moment, Shaw was already near Titan X, and the Suzuki device had been fully installed and activated. Now they were just waiting for Godzilla to appear. It was a high-stakes gamble, and no one knew how it would end. Meanwhile, Monarch detected a surge of abnormal energy near Titan X, and time was running out. A warship carrying a nuclear warhead would reach Australia in 3 hours.
Then we have 3 hours.
To do what?
According to my husband's research, Titan X has followed the same migratory route around the world for centuries without any documented evidence of attacks.
Until Apex interfered at Santa Soledad and knocked it off course.
Figuring out why the Titan is off its course and getting it back on track is more likely to avert another Titan attack than a nuclear weapon.
Hold on, wait a minute. Let me make sure I understand what you're saying. You want to save the Titan?
It needs our help. I think I can get it off the beach and back on its migratory route.
The plan carried far too many uncertainties, and Director Barris would never have approved it under normal circumstances. But Keiko and Kate chose to go alone. They only needed to be deployed near Titan X. Just as they were about to depart, they ran into Kentaro, who had been missing for some time, with no one knowing where he had gone. There was no time to explain. Saving Titan X was their priority. For this mission, Kentaro joined them. About half an hour later, Kate and the others arrived near Titan X. As they prepared to land, they were attacked by seabirds, causing the engine to fail and sending them crashing onto the beach. Fortunately, they weren't flying high, and the soft sand below saved their lives. At that very moment, deep beneath the ocean, the slumbering Godzilla awakened. Shaw urged them to leave immediately. The Suzuki device had been active for a while, and Godzilla could appear at any moment. He told them to contact Monarch and have the fleet halt its advance. Even a nuclear bomb hadn't been able to kill Godzilla back then, let alone 2 Titans. But Kate insisted on using her own method to guide Titan X back onto its proper migration path. Keiko stayed behind to hold Shaw off, preventing him from interfering with Kate. Kate approached Titan X head-on. The creature was wary of her presence, letting out an angry roar. Only after confirming that the two meant no harm did its gaze begin to soften, and it withdrew the tentacles shielding its body. That was when Kate realized why it had been lingering on the beach. Titan X had laid an egg there.
Oh my god. This is why it's here. It's an egg. The Titan built a nest.
Behind her, Kentaro quietly stepped away, pulling out his phone to call Isabel from Apex Cybernetics. Apex had already pinpointed his location, and a team was on the way. Kentaro chose to work with Isabel because he believed Kate was responsible for his father's death. He had followed them to sabotage her plan, to prevent more people from getting hurt, and to capture a scarab creature for research. But now, they had found something even more valuable, the egg of Titan X. At that moment, a thunderous roar echoed across the sea. Godzilla had arrived. Along with him came the Apex team. Sensing the danger, Titan X rose from its nest and moved to confront Godzilla. The 2 Titans were finally about to fight. Meanwhile, the Apex operatives seized the opportunity to steal the egg. Only then did Kate realize she had been deceived. Kentaro had been working for Apex all along. The 2 monsters clashed immediately. Titan X was sent flying by a powerful sweep of Godzilla's tail, yet it charged back in without hesitation. It had to protect its offspring. As the battle reached its peak, the Apex team successfully took the egg. Seeing its child stolen, Titan X's fury reached its limit, but it was no match for Godzilla. A blast of atomic breath from Godzilla swept across the entire beach, missing Titan X but allowing it to break free. Without looking back, it rushed off in pursuit of its stolen child.